What is going on tonight? Arctic Tough here. Week 10 of the Seaside Bombers connected franchise. Let's get it right into it. I don't think much has changed from scouting. That will be next week, and I was right. So we can go right into the live action. So let's get right there. All right. And playing CMC, I'm not worried about the passing game at all. I'm going to take away the run and try to limit the big plays. We'll take away the run first and foremost. And then I feel my offense. Ugh. All right. Zone blitz looks like, so that's what I'm gonna prepare for, actually. For blitz counters. They have one of the highest completion percentage for deep. Let's see what else we got. Sorry, my camera adjusted over there, moved over there. I'm gonna stick with they like to blitz a lot. I know they like to blitz. Yeah, 34% of the time. So I'm not gonna score 5 rushing touchdowns in any game. I'll commit to throwing 2 touchdown passes. I want to allow less than 4. No. Allow 4. And then pass for 275 since they want me to get 450 yards of offense. So lean on the passing attack. Okay, I think I can do that. All right, just hope that pray that no one got hurt. All right, we're looking good. All right, so short route. And I should point out that because even though I lost the last game, I did get a buff. All right, Leaky. He's being a beast this year in the trench. I wouldn't call beast. I mean, gets a lot of single attention with JJ Watt and Chandler Jones. But let's go check out the buff that I have for in the passing game. As you can see, Murray's stats here, and I want to say the receivers got a boost. Yep, on catch and spectacular catch. Oh, 93. That's oh, and I do want to change that real quick. I do apologize. Some quick housekeeping, and then we'll kick it right off. Initially, Zach Ertz was. There we go. I'm not going to change the rest of them. Zach Ertz can be 86 again. So get him in there, and we will go ahead and kick this shindig off. I kind of don't like the Panthers, but that's something we'll talk about a little bit later. I'm kind of in a spot right now. I'm I'm still 2 games out. I still haven't played the Seahawks at all. I've beaten the Rams, and I've beaten the 49ers. Let me just confirm I beat the Rams. So I hold a tiebreaker with everyone except for Seattle. I want to take this momentum of the Carolina game into next week. So all right, so here we go.
Up next, Arizona plays host to Carolina, a team that's beaten them in 5 straight games. The Cardinals look to snap that losing streak to the Panthers, and it's coming your way on EA Sports.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in off a loss last.
All right, sorry for skipping that. I don't want to be the last. More than likely going to be the last one.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Panther offense ready to go for their first possession, and at the helm, you see him in his first year in Carolina after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
On first down, it's Darnold.
There we go. There we go. Good D.
Pass is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points
there we go.
scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson.
No bullshit.
Anderson a first down and more. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
All right.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Darnold. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23.
I think, well, not think. I know what I'm doing. What I think I should have done is defended the quick pass.
Pushes him aside at the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Let's go.
18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know,
Getting
because
pushed
on that last
around
big
the front.
practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
All right, Kylan.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and you get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his 3rd season in the National Football League.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, we got 4 down. Hey. Omaha.
Here's Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Derek Brown coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Oh, I missed it.
When you give up a first play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offensive coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together?
But I'm going to attack it right here.
now.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
And it's not what it was. That's okay.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath.
All right.
A good pick.
We can deal with that.
13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I do apologize. My dogs are barking. They're
offensively after giving up the
little
touchdown.
shitheads.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good
I want it
mindset going
cleared.
in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The Cards stringing together a couple of good pickups. It's another 1st down on that play. Here's Murray. And this one's incomplete.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And
What am I
really
seeing?
ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Murray going to throw.
He will find the rookie from Purdue. That's Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the
Good
whole
play.
way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off.
There we
and then
go.
you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
All right, so that's what we needed.
So
Obviously,
from
we still
Panther
need a touchdown,
territory now,
but-
it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Murray to air it out again. On the
There we
slant,
go.
complete to Hopkins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. Well north of 100 yards receiving. He was hard to stop. The only thing they did well defensively, they didn't allow him to get in the end zone.
And that's small comfort for them because he actually carved them up. I love his versatility. I love his route running. Ran the entire route tree. They hit him on deep shots, quick hitters, balls over the middle, balls to the sideline. He was everywhere.
That's going to be caught
no.
by Kirk. And this play
Good
goes
D.
nowhere.
They got me.
Losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk.
I need a touchdown right here.
5. It's 3rd down.
I'm gonna
I
go.
know from past experience,
It looks like they're
before you
giving me
actually
that
play a game,
same.
you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center
yeah.
of
Oh,
what's
yeah.
going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
3 down. Mike, 4. Here we go.
Now Murray again. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone.
That's what I'm talking about.
Touchdown.
Good answer. Good way to answer. Now we just need to go stick it to him on defense. Like, I think I need a big play from special teams here.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kicks
Aw, you
away.
bullshitting me.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that.
There we go. There we go.
Pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
Oh, yeah.
Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball
What a play.
safely, of course, or
What
go
a play.
down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards
shit.
to go.
Darnold throw complete there to Thomas.
All right. Just playing underneath.
Back on that one, it leads to 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running,
Gotta be in your zone,
speed,
man.
and some toughness to go across the middle. You put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And the line needs to get home.
First catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 15 carries, 67 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Oh, and I gave up the inside.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke.
I crashed too hard. I had to take
down at the 48-yard line.
Gosh darn
7
it, man.
yards there.
I hate when I try to do
First
too
down.
much.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever.
Let's go.
2nd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Draw play.
Oh, and I went.
Giving to McCaffrey.
Good job. Good job, Buddha.
As they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Darnold from the gun.
Oh, no.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few
Thank God.
yards short of the first down.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
These two teams all tied after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2.
And Joseph Charlton and the punt team on now for the Panthers.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That's it, baby. We got work.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get a good gain of 9.
We just need to push it here.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend?
We need a score.
Any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But
Yeah,
when you're
a
running
nice
drag
zone
route,
play coming on.
something short, shallow, going
Hurt.
through defenders, using guys almost as
They-
screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher. Guys trying to get to the football.
That was
The
good,
2nd
D.
down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Down the
No
first carry for
way.
Chase Edmonds. He's not going to get there. That won't even be
No
close. It was
way.
blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1. But this
Wow,
team
that's
took the
insane.
challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
I don't know what my guys are doing.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, Darnold. Looking right
Gotta get home.
but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold to the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Golden able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit.
talking about.
This was pure speed and athleticism
Let's go.
on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack.
Oh, how did that get dropped?
That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. So Sam Darnold not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver stretching downfield
Buddha
to meet
bumped into
here in
him.
the stadium, you could just sense the crowd
Trash.
thinking, oh no. And their
His
worst
Buddha
fears
jumping
were
that far
realized
down
as that one
anyways.
turned into a long touchdown.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The football going back over to Arizona now. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Murray now. He'll swing that out to Edmonds.
Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And they
All right.
this way upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
All right. Regardless of play, I'm going to take these dudes out and run it different.
Action, it's Murray. On the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before
Get
going
some
out
other
of
dudes
bounds.
in.
3 yards the gain there, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Two times. Everyone got four down. Yes.
From just shy of midfield, Murray flushed out right. And his throw's going to be
I was just getting rid of that.
That was an interesting look there,
Scary.
because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
I want him to get a clean release because he's going to get pushed to. It looks like he's got inside leverage, so he wants to go outside. So this play might not work, but he let him go in.
Murray. He wants it all for the end zone.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now.
That's probably why I'm
As he'll
4 and
kick it
5.
away for the
I
second
had to
time.
check down. One more. I'm
It's a
thinking
wobbler here.
I like that formation.
Officially just 27 yards there.
Come on
from the
now.
punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly
All right,
looks
so
like he's going to get
we
there.
need to.
And
We
what an
definitely need to
accomplishment
stop.
that is.
That's
Anytime you get over 1,000 yards,
100%.
you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been
Game
quite a
plan.
season. Still a couple chapters left in that book.
want to try to get a
Second down
stop.
at 5. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Thomas has got it. Complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When
All
I
right,
see
so
a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to
I
myself is,
they have
big man
CMC.
with football. Look
They're-
out, everyone.
they're-
He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range.
And that's why I went to a base defense. I'm not going to let a running team spread me out because I run the spread. You got to respect that run game.
First half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
I don't want him to get a
Here's
boomer
Joseph
off.
Charlton now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, look at the juke. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Chris Carson on his way to what could be a record day. He's over 100 yards in the first half alone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to
What
win
are you
first down.
doing,
You win
man?
second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first down.
That ball's
and that's
all
what they
there,
need in
man.
order to not punt the ball again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike, 4. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's move.
From the gun, Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
Sorry, hit that boom mic.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
I'm really missing a formation.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That I took out I didn't think I would need.
Now Murray. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Yep. I'm gonna give these backups a chance here.
15, it's first
Not
and 10.
well, Green is technically a backup. I'm gonna give him a shot. It's Gilmore, so I'm gonna be careful.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
Oh.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
That breaks my heart.
Slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice. And
Breaks my heart.
And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And we need the ball back.
Times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. To throw again on second down. Darnold, he gets it to Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Let's go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. The open man is Westbrook. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
It's really upsetting my guys aren't getting home. That time I clicked on a D tackle by mistake.
It's incomplete.
He certainly had a
But
good game
other
throwing
than
the ball
that,
so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one down.
I don't want to run man,
So
but I
third down
kind
now.
of.
They need the 27-yard line for a first. The shotgun snap for Darnold.
There we go.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question
All
of
right,
whether
89
they'll mark
yards.
it. And
We
they'll say
got
it
this.
crosses at the 11-yard line.
One
Now
minute,
Kyler
8
Murray
seconds.
ready to get back under center.
Been a decent start for him here in
Two
the first
times.
half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, trying to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point.
Meanwhile, Murray's
All right, on the ball,
throw
on the ball, on the
into
ball.
the hands of Ertz. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
This is caught. It's Kirk. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go
All
in the
right,
first half.
take a break.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike 4, I'm going to run you. I'm going to run you too. 4, Mike 4.
Ooh.
Exit. Mike 4. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mike 4. Mike 4. I got you. Mike 4. Watch the run.
To throw is Murray. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45.
We just got to keep
before going out.
matriculating the
Another
ball
strong
down
gain
the
on the last
field.
2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs.
I
They're
know
taking it to
what
him, and
I'm
it's paying off.
gonna hit right here. 'Cause I read it better to this side of the field. I don't know why.
Right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey, 4 down. Mike 4.
Murray to air
I can
it
read
out
that
again.
one.
Zach Ertz has it complete.
And
Spike
they will
ball.
have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line.
All right, so I have a timeout. I want to keep that, so I want to avoid any sacks. I want to avoid any turnovers.
And he's going to break our
I'm gonna
statistician
have
Marvin, isn't he?
a,
But Marvin
shot
right now
lined
just
up.
tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or
The
keeps hitting
20
the calculator.
right
But my
hash.
goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
By you.
Don't say nothing. Mike 4. Rip right.
Shotgun now for Murray.
You gotta be
For
shitting
the end
me.
zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So
And I had,
back-to-back incompletions.
and I had-
Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
4 down. Mike 4. Get that quarterback.
I don't like that.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's going to be caught.
And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining
Oh,
here in the
no.
first half.
All right, I'm just gonna.
A chance now to get even
Fuck it.
before the break as they come up first and goal.
Right. Watch tight end. Shift.
Shit.
Check
I'm gonna get a penalty.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up
Please don't
front
be a
for
10-second.
Arizona. Flag comes out.
Oh, it's a 10-second.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them.
Oh, because the
They
clock
forgot
wasn't
where they
running.
were,
So, all
perhaps.
right. Not the driver that I wanted, but I still
Kick
left.
is good. And they'll cut the
that's play in my pocket, so I can use that later in the game. The play that I was going to set up, and it'll be more set up, which I'll be able to get.
But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
I'll be able to get, some more play action passes set up.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
All right, they're going to kneel. Thank God.
Time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter.
Come on, Pack.
From there, let's head off and check out a second game, and it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. The Vikings seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Eagles. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon God.
Okay, Coach.
I want to cancel
adjustments likely going to play
CMC.
a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action.
I definitely want some more ground control.
Across the 25 and down at the 28.
I need to come out and show one of them run that play I was gonna run.
Get set to start this third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do
But I
something
want them to understand that they're not.
An important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray steps away. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon,
it looks like some type of pressure.
Healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000
having
is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Having a flexible personnel group allow me to see that. Fucking bullshit, man.
How precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Attack that, keep attacking those seams. They take it away. I want Kirk to come in. Go.
To throw, it's Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Murray.
There you go.
Finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the
Thank you, Zach.
conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. First carry for James Conner, and he's going to get this one down to the 30.
They got such a good defensive front. It's not even funny.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line
They're just so quick. It's not like they're overly dominant.
They've got to focus on staying on
They're
their
just
double
so
teams at the
quick.
first level. Make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it.
Oh,
This will be swung out here for Conner.
And he's going to be taken
Good
down
D.
here, still a couple yards short
it
of
was
the
a cover
first.
2. I should have
Instead
known.
of throwing it downfield, Charles, they
I
just
should
tried to
have
dump it
taken my
underneath
time.
there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're
And
counting
Ertz
on is your
wide.
back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first
Problem
down.
is repetition.
In this
I haven't
case, it
had
didn't happen.
ran these plays enough. And repetition and execution. We'll start with execution. I know what I'm supposed to be doing,
The lead is down to 1
just
now,
not executing.
14,
It's been like that the last couple weeks.
So decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3
And-
out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines.
I have
right?
too talented
You got
of a
some
roster
points, as you said, inching their way
to be
back
sitting
in.
here.
Time left to go out and get that victory.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Sam Darnold heading back out, the focus of our players. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On 1st down, Darnold. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Millimeters.
Listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer.
No.
But it falls incomplete.
What happened is I called
Got the
the
win
perfect
last week
play.
despite not having-
I got lucky. And look at this bullshit. Falls off.
Interceptions, tried to come up with one there, could not, but there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield, and you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does it.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into
Seriously.
making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. They're going right back to Westbrook.
And he caught it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he's going to get this one to the
I know it's probably not going to happen, but look at this fake out move. Or this juke.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often.
I'm not even going to wait for it. All right, so
after review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
we need a field goal. We need to hold him to a field goal.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd down and goal. Darnold. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot.
How is that incomplete, man?
He's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from
There we go.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Man, when he broke that first tackle, I was like, oh my God. Here we go. I just got mad.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. On the return, Isabella.
Get out of the way.
Past the 20 to about the 22.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board.
Let's go.
On offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Matt Rule, not a big fan of that last call. And he's gonna
Yeah. Matt Rule, you can chill.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Going quickly out wide to Moore.
All right. I see.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll get it down to the 47.
That's a first down.
2
Let's go,
yards,
Cards.
good enough for first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Check three.
Murray now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore.
7 yards to pick up there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
3 yards remain for second down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun.
He got
and
rocked.
Go down here at the 35-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around.
All right, let's see if we can't get Kyler involved.
To move the ball on offense, but I'm trying to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides.
Discipline.
But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
All right, so
Second and
let's do
9,
this.
Just a yard on that last run.
Ooh.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep.
Fuck.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Throwing now is Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or two short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Prater's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
All right, so Zach Ertz has 7 for 112 right now.
There's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him.
It's very disappointing. I'm not coming away with touchdowns, and they heartedly should.
So here are the Panthers set to take over.
With everything, they should be scoring touchdowns. It should not be.
In the lead here as they start 1st and 10.
Should not be in the position I'm in. I should be blowing the shit out of his team.
Now it's Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And
I'm trying to rock his ass too.
35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Off of play action, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're
That's some bullshit, man.
Yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Xavier Collins in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL
There we
career.
go.
Congratulations, young man.
Good job. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so now I'm going to play a really soft coverage. Still going to have a spy.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale.
But everything needs to stay in front of us.
For this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, no.
That is caught. It's Dante Pettis. Touchdown, Carolina. Dante Pettis, 78 yards. And the Panthers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch the whip.
From the gun, Murray. Ertz has it left side.
They're just leaving that wide open.
At the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Wide open.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Not this one.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the
All right, so it
first
looks
down,
like this is
get a
going
new
to be
set, and let's start over.
something pretty nice. I need this guy to stay out.
Throwing on first down is
AJ.
Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And
Let's
he
go.
goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did
There we
on
go.
that play. First with the pass through the air.
All right,
nice
old timer.
chunky yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
Come on.
And a good run as he
Come on,
manages
James.
7 yards down to the 17.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for the Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the
Hell
Cardinals
yeah.
have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So part one of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still
Hell
have a
yeah, I'm
chance to
going
come
for
out
2.
with a lead if they make a play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
That's what I'm talking about. Wonder if I can get a picture of the Baby Yoda. Oh, yeah. Oh shit, I wanted to make that a all the way, come on. And that's not something that I want to continuously do with him. He took a lot of unnecessary hits right there, but we are in a we are in a battle right now.
And good coverage there on special
And
teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
I think he'll be good. So now I put some pressure on him. I have all of the momentum. I need to make sure I keep it.
The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Get there, Marco.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And it's because I have a weak box. I'm gonna get I'm gonna play it like
it's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. It's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield.
359 yards, bro.
7 yards the pickup there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
yeah, pretty grateful that my defense came through. Now just don't have to I can't fuck it up. I really don't want to throw to Gilmore.
Now Murray off play action. Buying time to his left. They'll get just a yard on the scramble.
I saw,
How about a tip of the cap to the defense?
I think it's Burns coming out, had a wide angle.
They've kept him under wraps, and on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And I was gonna roll right into it, so instead of doing that, I canceled it and came out the hole. At least tried to.
Throw again on 2nd down. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Murray hooking up with Kirk for an Arizona 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So here's
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Connor.
Come on.
Hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
4 down, 4 down. Mike, 4.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins.
27.
And he take it
Hey.
down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds.
Oh,
And he gets it inside the 35
There
and
we
just
go.
shy of the 30. 62
Got
yards
Chase.
now on the ground on just 7 carries.
he's making
They can
a
execute
really
the
good
pass
argument
option like that. It puts the defense in a
the last
really,
couple
really tough
games.
spot.
I didn't stream the last
Running
game,
ability of Kyler
but
Murray
he's making a
makes
really
defensive
good
coordinators and players crazy. Because essentially now, you have
case
an extra running
for me
back
to
there.
re-sign him.
So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus
That was my bad.
back on number 1.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they said? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And now all I have to do is really chill on it. Minute warning.
Tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
I want to leave any time on the clock. I want to try to take it down as far as I can. Going to conservative, go. And I just
So the
want to
Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
do it.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
No, I don't want to hear that.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
All right.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This is why I got this formation. Friends, I'm going to put Sullivan in. Then put Green here.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now Murray. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
There we go.
They'll run here with Connor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie.
And that's score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more
That
time.
was
Now on the other sideline, you start
earlier
getting
than I
together and say,
expected and
this
wanted.
is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Prater for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead.
All right.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Pettis now on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So Sam Darnold in the offense.
All right, so they
Down
need
by 7, a minute 11 to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Now Darnold. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle.
Let's get
And he's going to
back.
get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in.
I'm not going to be afraid to use my timeouts as long as it's not a running clock. I'm not afraid to use it.
Pass complete, Thomas.
Oh,
And he gets this one just
yeah,
shy
buddy.
of the 40, down at the 39. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Gets this to Moore. And not a whole lot there. Maybe 3 yards on 1st down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Get home.
Down the right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. Got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20.
It's like 600
He's
yards.
going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Arizona, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now.
I'll be right back. All right, so let's see. We just advanced to week 11 right before our bye. A very crucial game. We can look at the NFC West and see that we are in a very good place right now, where we can go from being in last place in the division to first place. So what we're gonna do is go through all these scenarios and then go through our scouting focus player. Scrambled legs. So let's see. Entire defense. Oh, play. Oh, +5 play rec. What I'm talking about. Let's see. What's next? Focus player. And I'm sorry I keep hitting that mic. Always choosing it. Now, all right, so you get to choose 3 players. What happens when you come into this scenario? You can't come back into it. There's at least I haven't found a way to come back into this. And if it's something simple, then I'm gonna feel stupid. But you should know who you want to focus, because when you're in each player, you can't select them and see their stats and see who you want to select. Wow, I'm already have 80% on Keenan Nightingale. So let me see. Now, the part of this is going to be how much information is shared, because I haven't done this in a CFM. I don't know what everyone can see, and we all talk about it, but I still, if especially later on in franchise, when it becomes even more competitive to find players because your superstars are gone, we find it's you keep some things closer to your chest, like where you're going, your first pick. And I'm see. Oh no, I know what I was gonna do. Where's my card? Mm-hmm. Because I don't have anyone scouting edge rushers. Hmm. And just go off my favorites list. Want to know more about him too? Matt Smith, I believe. Oh. There we go. Yes. All right. So I selected those 3 players to be my focus. As you can see, I can't go back in and change it. So and there's no way to get in there. So once it comes up as a scenario, you're going to go in there and select the 3 players. But I do advise you, because there was some movement that I didn't see prior to going into the draft board, but there was movement on the draft board, and there people are more scouted, so your area scouts are more. Look at this guy. Wow. Finesse A, power moves B, tackle A, 6'5", 308. Sweet baby Jesus. Wow. I don't think he's going to be there when I'm going, but there is plenty of players that are out there. Wow. Okay. But that's real cool. You get all that, 80. Or what are my region scouts? Let's check my region breakdowns. Obviously, Richard Seymour is my defensive tackle. My corners in the West. Let's check out the corners. And I think it's Carey. It's supposed to go to Baltimore. In the last mock draft. B zone coverage, so about 75. Looks like he's an athlete. And so 20. He's at 20. but all this will change because obviously the standings have changed since then. I think we'll be in there, but I'm more than likely going probably interior line somewhere, either offensive or defensive. But I don't want to be. So it tells you, I believe that's how they do what teams are looking for what and who's looking for what by what their scouts are going through. It's an assumption I have. It's not confirmed, but only 45-65. Why is okay? Pretty strong and pretty agile. It looks like agile. Big dude. Oh, D run block. Ugh. He's an athlete though. Watch, he has like a catch. Ding, tight end. Because there are during the I forget whose franchise video it was, they were talking about there when you go in here and find those hidden gems, it's some of them are position changes that tell you there's like plays like doesn't like to tackle, or receiver that or a corner that has a route running, can play receiver, a catch, you can switch. There's a couple like they're halfbacks, and I think I favorite them. Pearson. Okay, I know Pearson. His says wants to take every catch to the house. So he's a run after the catch dude. So then we got great acceleration, good agility, and everything. It looks like and here's where you can look at and be medium, short, medium route, short route. So if you're looking for someone that's a smaller back, or a smaller receiver to just play in the slot and nothing interesting, these are the positions that potentially could change over. But you wouldn't be something in our league. It wouldn't be something that had to be a realistic change. But I wouldn't personally take a halfback that's never played receiver and draft them maybe day 3, but we'll see if he's there. But say Rodgers too. Got what I saw in Rodgers, but medium route, catching traffic, the things. All right, so let's also take a look at, we also have a game to play, all this fun strategies stuff. Let's let her get our player situation right. Better salary, but the salary is great, but I like a better bonus and donation. I don't know why I can't read right now. bonus and duration. Do I want to commit to a... He's nodding his head yes. That's a lot of money for an old ass tight end. No. I'm just going to give him more money. Okay, so I'm going to leave my tag option open for him. 5 years, bro. So he is the 40th ranked back. And he wants 4.9 a year. Let's take a look at what's going on in the league. At that position. Sorry, I'm overlooking at my equipment over here. NFL, and we're going for halfbacks. 4.96. I just saw him. There it is. I'm just blind as a bat right now. What is going on with me? Is he on his rookie deal? Like it. Oh, he's got 2 more years. Yeah. Probably picked up his 5th year option. Okay, so that is not on par. It's below where it's right where he should be. I think it's at the top. It really makes me... It's not going to be for 5 years, that's for sure. Sure, it's 4.96. I'm gonna try. That. Jace. Let's go to... Oh, I need 2 more points. Okay. So, that. So what are we gonna do to stop Russell Wilson and all his weapons at the outside? They like to run inside zone, vert, divide, flood, smash. trap. I need to be aware of trap. They run for me on me all the time. Yeah, I'm defending that. Number 2 in TDs. I don't care what's going on. There we go. And throw it deep. I like that. I'm not even going to click in that. I'm going with that. They like to run the zone blitz. Zone blitz. Right, but cover 1 is what I believe they pulled on me the last time. If that's the case, I'm going to toast the shit out of them with D-Hop. All right. Not doing 5 Russian TDs. Row 2. Blowout win by 17. Oh no. Oh, it's one of those games. Got me up by 9.5. We gotta get home. That's what we gotta do. Let's go. Boom. Oh, Jay Ward. Okay, cool. Not cool that he's hurt, but he's a backup. Got a backup that's hurt. And guess what? Ward, you can go to the IR. Oh, 1 week. So this is I wouldn't say this is a trap game because this team is very good that I'm going to get ready to play. Very good. And I'm going to go practice for a little bit actually because I want to be ready to face cover 1. Then my headphones.
Why does Angel Soft toilet paper have 1,000 more sheets than Charmin Ultra Soft? For when you've got kids. And they've got friends. Lots of them. Angel Soft, an ideal balance of softness and strength, and 1,000 more sheets when comparing Angel Soft 9 Mega versus Charmin Ultra Soft 9 Mega.
It's really it upsets me when technology doesn't work. There we go. All right, so we're gonna be in all white. We have blackout game. That's my baby. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna be playing cover one. Some wanna isolate. Blood. They got a really good defense. So I really need to get in there and every play has to be positive. I mean, I can obviously have a bad play here, a bad play there. You know what? I'm not changing nothing. I'm very superstitious like that. I'm like ready. I'm anxious actually to get in this game. And then we'll come out and we'll finish scouting. We'll actually go in and start looking at players. They are actually going to be wearing their electric greens for this game, I believe. All right. Let's see that. Let's see how. I don't know how that's gonna look. Don't give a fuck.
Since 1976, The series between Arizona and Seattle's been tightly contested. A win today by the Cardinals will tie it at 22 games apiece. And it's coming up next.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
All right. All right, Charles Davis and Brandon Gaudin. Let's do it. I need to most definitely stay in the positive momentum today.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him wasn't been like in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
Let's go.
Drop following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. And that's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he'll get this up only to about
Let's go,
33.
dude. Need you right here.
This defense for the Cardinals, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up
Flex on
and
him.
find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
All right.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Good field position. No need to take a return any unnecessary risks. Let's go out here and you know, these stats don't say 5 and 5 at all. I lost control of games late.
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs
It's
and
been
everyone
really
else may
bad.
be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they're able to get
So
this one across
I'm
the
gonna
35.
really come at
He gave it
Edmonds.
10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down
not
Broadway
come
on
at
that
him,
run.
but
Straight ahead running. I think that
try
might be
him.
something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far
Now
here
it's
this
important
afternoon.
to
Sees a crease, and bursts through it for a solid
if you
gain.
plan on running a lot of read options, just show it's a threat early.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Only a yard on the keeper. and
So
it'll be
now they
second
have to
down.
keep
No
contained,
doubt about it. A really nice job
which
there by
slows
the
up the
defense,
pass
not allowing
rush a
him to get to
little.
the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Murray flush to his right. And he will find the rookie from Purdue. That's Rondale Moore. 19 yards to
There
pick
we
up
go.
there. Move the chains. So, Charles, this defense going to have its hands full all game long. You'd have to figure facing the man second in the NFL in passing yards. So what's the course of action here defensively?
But we all know that every down seems to have equal importance. But for this game, they're putting it all on 3rd down. Make sure they stop them there, get off the field, and that way they can turn the ball over to their offense and feel good about how this game's progressing.
The run
Alright,
only
so
got a
I
yard.
was-
Here's
yeah.
2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Murray.
And they're playing that
That's out to the
over the
flat for
top
Edmonds.
coverage.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. So CD,
As I'm
you talk
understanding
about this
more
football
about
team,
the
and some
game,
of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker
okay to
room
take
that's
those
splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier,
checkdowns.
some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize,
There we go.
I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now?
That was
And
a
they're really
good
ready to come
good
back
route by
and
Green.
dive back in.
He's making real more of a case to be implemented full-time in offense.
They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers, so that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
What are you
And he
doing?
slings one that's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Murray. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. All that gets
That
him
was
is
nice.
just a yard, and
Good
now
D.
it's 3rd down.
It's not gonna work.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. To throw is Murray. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Good D.
Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a
I just
letdown
didn't
from the
slide my
offensive
line.
but they
I
do
didn't
have
slide
a
my
tough
protection.
job
That was all
because
my fault.
If you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Wilson. Almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did.
There we go.
We definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Returning it is Moore. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still
they're going to give that to DeAndre Hopkins. I'm going to take that all day.
From the 31, Murray being chased out left.
And I missed the throw.
And he goes out right around the 39.
I missed the throw.
8 yards
It was
that
there.
time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds finding some room in midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw.
Oh, no.
He hasn't knocked loose, fumble. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
I got rattled on that play. Yeah.
No one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. territory now. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16.
And you can see when the safety here shifts over to the immediate threat, which is that seam on the front side of the play. You got to respect that. And he did.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. On 1st down, Edmonds, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
All right, so
they'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm gonna let it run out.
One pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly,
all the time.
Sometimes the result goes in their favor.
32. All right. They're showing pressure, look.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
All right. Need a touchdown here.
Now Murray. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him try to come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second and 9.
All right. Here we go.
Murray gonna throw.
No, you gotta be shitting.
Picked up by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
It's real frustrating, man. It's real frustrating.
He gives it off to Carson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag
I really,
you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now it's Carson. And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense
there we
bobbles
go.
him up.
Good
Just a
D.
1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start with a give to Connor.
Come on,
And
James.
stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Which moves and gives us better numbers advantage.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a
Look at
3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No,
I'm gonna go
they
to
did a
what's
really nice
comfortable
job
with me.
staying in
So
their
I know
places,
that this is
and not allowing
a
any lanes to open up.
I can run something like this. That's high-low.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
That's
Well,
what I'm
they were in search
talking
of a
about.
short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
So I'm gonna see if it's a man. Looks like it is a zone. So I'm gonna
Murray
man
now on 1st down.
and
On the screen, this is Edmonds. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Murray now to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense
why did my
and
dude
say,
stop
what's going on
running?
with your scheme?
It's
Maybe
not
we should
even
look
like
at the
he's
defense
not
and just
even
give them
trying
a
to get
whole
the
lot of
ball.
credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch.
All right.
Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all
Stay
the
over
way
top.
along
No,
the
no, no,
route.
no, no.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
And of course, I call
Offense
play.
finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll be brought
Okay,
down at
so
the 27-yard
I'm
line.
in a
Now, that was
5-2.
an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys
And
doing
it's
their
supposed
job,
they were in
and then some
a
people doing
3
little bit
receiver
more.
set.
Offensive
And I
linemen,
shouldn't have
tight
been in
ends, they're expected to
5-2.
block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes.
They
So when
just,
they
like,
block on
straight
a big-time
moved
running
me.
play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Wilson will hand to Carson on the option.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Watch the pass. At 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike. 12, 14.
On 1st
There
down.
we go.
Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this
All
game.
right.
Yes,
And he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
At 25 to Mike. We go.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both.
That's such a
down,
good
says the sign
combination.
judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. With all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Here we go. Here we go.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Wilson. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
and they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson.
There we go.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Jordan Phillips. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't. Touchdown, Seahawks!
That was a bomb-ass play.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers,
That was a good
that's
play.
exactly what you're doing.
There
You
really
start with
was.
the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Myers connects on the PAT, and cuts it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
All right, so definitely need a touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back
I'm
line
not
of the
going
end
in.
zone for a
Yeah.
touchback.
I need to blow them out.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back
That's
out
the
on
goal.
offense.
He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive.
And
that wound
kicking
up
myself
leading to
because
a
it wasn't my
go-ahead score.
fault.
And he's gonna assume
I threw
the
it
game
late.
with that one.
The guy
All right,
had a
it's
chance to
all on
undercut
him.
it, but
He
not.
also
It
knows he's
wasn't
gotta
that
erase
bad
it
of a
from his
throw.
mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Murray now on first
Oh, no,
down.
no, no.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example.
Gonna spread, try to get all the way out there. Want an outside release. Get the corners back to him. Try to get that safety to roll with him. Hit more. It's
On
not going to work.
2nd and 10. Murray.
Back down.
They'll get this
I'm
underneath
out.
to Edmonds.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again, Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
All right, so
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Shotgun now for Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
and I don't have. All right, so what's going to happen is
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. A final shot before half from Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk.
That's what we
Final
needed.
seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock
So,
and wind up scoring
what I'm
late in
reading
this first half.
Remember, they've got a chance to
first
go dip
on
here
that play
because they're gonna get the ball
is
first to start
the
third
middle
quarter.
linebacker.
So the potential could go on 2
His
scores
actions
before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
dictate that read. It doesn't matter.
Extra point good by
Anyone
Prater.
else.
And the lead is now 10 to 7.
After that first read, I look at the middle linebacker. Of course, pre-snap, and once the he drops, if he drops, he shoots. Whichever way he goes, I just go the opposite. So he went, he dropped, and I knew there's a hole somewhere to the left. So came back and hit it. Feel real good about that.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the Jaguars who pick up the win at home. Trevor Lawrence, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon, over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. In that game, all square, they take on the visiting Cowboys. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals, and they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go
I want
back
to keep
out to
these
Lumen
the same.
Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
I'm not changing anything. We're successful. We've been successful. Now we just need to finish. We haven't finished all season. With San Francisco losing, this could put us in first place in our division. So let's go get it. You know, it's I know I'm the coach and I play in, but there hasn't been like fire. We haven't been playing with the urgency these past couple weeks.
But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And these are the predictions. The momentums.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
They'll run on first down.
Good block.
Connor. And he'll
Good
be
block.
taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go.
12 more yards there and another first down.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh, and his best year with the Steelers.
That was really good blocking.
Named a Pro Bowler after
I like how he comes off that.
13 touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup, but with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
That's it, man. There's some kind of pressure coming.
Here's Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for
Solid.
right around 3 yards,
Too late.
but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he's corralled, but
off
not before
me.
getting it
Let's go.
inside the 35. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor.
And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I really want to run on this play.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds.
Oh, come on now.
Big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing now is Murray. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Play fake. Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. On 1st down, Edmonds.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Here's Murray. This is caught. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Murray off play action. He'll buy some time right. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember well.
That's a very good drive.
Let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it.
Sorry, I've been trying to think.
Whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab.
Yeah, I didn't want to
put that drive away.
stumble. I needed to close that drive out.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
I was talking to myself a lot.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll start out on the ground.
Come on.
With Carson.
Get the edge, guys.
And he'll be out of bounds right
That
at
mean,
the 40.
did I not line up right?
For him now on what
was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but
I did
there are
not.
times this game is about
Yeah.
patience, isn't it? Has had the game he
Dumbass.
expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Carson will take the handoff out of the option play.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm so glad he dove away from him.
Is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he's going to go for it all.
And oh no, it's incomplete.
I'm glad he dropped it because it wouldn't let me do shit.
Somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
And the numbers for the last
I am.
drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
There's a ball thrown right side and
there you go.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
What a kick.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
I'm gonna let it run down as far as I can.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's go. Check 44. Check 44.
All right, let's see if how disciplined they are. Shit.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
That's my
No
fault.
gain there as he
All my
counted
fault.
himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They're running, man. 56 is Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Who that? Who that? 56.
Now Murray.
56. Hey, we gotta get this stop.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Murray going to throw. And
Yeah.
able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray.
Ertz has it left side. They just keep
Let's
marching
go.
right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation,
I
Brandon,
am.
but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
We got him.
James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cards are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Prater on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
What
So that one
is
a
happening
11-play
is
drive. And it was a touchdown run by
goal
James
is to win
Conner
by
that was
17.
the exclamation mark. After the touchdown, out is Prater
and
to
I
kick.
believe that's some type of confidence thing.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football
As
right at the
it
20-yard line.
would show how, one, resilient we are, and
We
2,
will get another look at
it will
Seattle's
show
offense. And they unfortunately are
that
staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here
we're,
in the
we're,
4th quarter.
well,
This
I'm
would
getting
be
better
their
as a play
3rd
caller,
straight defeat.
getting better as at X, getting better at Y.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
All right, so we need to
Good
put
for only a couple. It brings up third down. One thing I think
over
that's safe to say
3.
defensively, the tackling's been
Our
really
12.
good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot.
Oops.
That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that will
Byron
be
Murphy.
incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They run for it with Carson, and he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 27, Murray steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's carried
I
it
like
13
games
times.
like this.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 2nd down and another run with Edmonds.
There we go.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop
I'm
them,
gonna actually
use your
get
timeouts.
into
Easier to move the ball
a
on
tight
offense
formation.
without timeouts than to stop them on defense without
Because
using
I'm
them.
not trying to score.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their
Trying to-
timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Trying to hold the ball.
Connor. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Shit, the motion.
Once again, it's counter.
And we have a 2-minute warning.
He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And the hole closes quickly here. He can
like this
finally
bitch.
get the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I'm pretty pleased with the guys today. Played two games tonight. Their first game was a little iffy.
And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
Fielded right around the 8.
And he won't get
You
this
see
to the 20-yard line.
teams in the NFC West, in the NFC, the teams in the NFC West, you know, they run. That's what they do.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync. Because early in the game,
and I'm talking
defenses throw different patterns at you, different
and
formations,
in
different sets.
and in real life,
And you might not
they
block them
prefer to
quite the way
run.
you want to,
Pass.
but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
That's what these games are all about.
Not only did he
And
have a chance to scan the field there, it
not
felt
run,
like he had a
it's
chance to
stopping that
scan
run.
it
It's
twice.
whoever
The
controls the
protection was
run
that
game
good.
controls these
Unfortunately
games.
for him,
Because
the
it's
coverage
the time of
downfield,
possession.
equally good.
Your defense is
Throwing
fresh.
again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the
And,
outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
That was my fault.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know
There
they
ain't
just
no
gave up a
reason
first down
for
there
me
for
to
the
be
offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with
pass
and maybe start to move
rusher
the ball
there
a
in
little
that
bit better.
situation.
But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their
What are they
timeouts
doing?
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Oh, they can score a touchdown. That cannot be in my goal.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Throwing again here, Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
What are they doing?
Now it's Wilson.
Are you fucking bullshitting me?
Colby Parkinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film,
Did you see that cold
not
ass,
to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation.
fake ass handshake that Wilson gave?
So for the Cards, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a loss that'll drop them back to...
It's pretty cold. Seven. All right, so wait, handle business. So the 49ers lost, the Seahawks lost. That puts us in first place in our division. That's good news. All right, so Oh. Dope. So let's take a look at what we have going, our prospects. So mm, the more and more I think about it, I know for a fact, unless I can pull something out of my tail end of free agency, um, using the rules that we have in place in our league, which are you can't you can't sign a player that's over 70 overall, and that's to prevent us from building a team in one season. You actually have to think about how you're drafting and where you're drafting to be smart. And there's years that you don't know what you mess up, and if you mess up, it's glaring. It's something that you can't. It's something that's really hard to bounce back from. That during that year, but you can fix it later the next year. But good tackler. Right, so okay, so he gets a bonus for. Um. Oh. All right, so man in zone is CD. Not very fast. These corners. A awareness. I like that. I like where is it or where? I know that sounds weird. Yeah. All right. So, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. The next time that I will be live will be Bears week. It's not a rivalry in the NFL per se, but it is a rivalry in our league. It's been very one-sided, so I probably make more of the game than it should. But we go to Soldier Field week 13. It's gonna be a good game, and I plan on um, having continued success and coming out 7-5, and ahead of the week 14, and take a look at our schedule going. So, Bears, Rams, at Lions, which will be a nice slow game for us. Colts are going to be tough. Cowboys are going to be tough, and then we end with the Seahawks. So tough game, must win game because they're no, I don't. I need to win all of them, but so yeah, I'll be looking playoffs. Wow. You know, it looks like the NFC West isn't as good in this game. Look at that, the Vikings 6-3. Wow.
Hey Spotifyers.
Wow.
Click or tap the banner to listen to today's top hits. The 50 best songs from around the world. Always fresh and always brand new. Brought to you by our friends at Messenger. That close.
Wow. Wow, 9-1. check our stats, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. Not bad. For 11 games in, having a good season. You know, Connor's making the argument for us to resign him. Is not gonna happen, but you know. I don't want to pay for an aging back when I can go get a new one. My offense doesn't run through a halfback. I'm the only one who played. I think I want to get Switch more and Kirk. Want to get more in the same. I see what I can do. Then there we go. That should bring it back to where I was. Why can't I see anything? That's so crazy. Huh. Well, we had a good game. We beat a division rival, someone that's owned us for the past multiple seasons. We beat him in his own stadium. He was showing a little animosity at the end of the game for my dude, Kyler. He had much love for James Conner, but he didn't have it. I don't know. Maybe they talked about pre-game, but it's going to be a fun storyline. Week 18, or I think it's 19. We'll figure it out. But they're going to be our last game of the season. They play in Arizona, and hopefully the Bears go on a losing streak, and I go on a winning streak and beat the Bears. We end up with the same record, and I get that home field advantage. That is crucial. So, but I will catch you guys next time. I hope you have a wonderful night and or day.